What's up, guys? So last video I lied. I'm gonna upload this game right here, which is Ojama under the odds Zerg versus Vil Veteran in Love. Basically because I was watching some Callus videos because he just uploaded a game, and like I said, Callus is that dude. And so I had the urge to watch some ADV, so I figured, you know what, let me just go ahead and get one more game, and it's not gonna hurt anything. Um, it just means I have to do a little more editing, but I'm already putting the effort in, so I might as well go ahead and do it. So, let's just go ahead and get the game in. So we see lead Ments from Ojama. Let's see what Vil wants to lead with. Jolteon. Jolteon can carry HP Grass. It's very uncommon. Ojama's going to play it safe and switch out anyway, especially because he has a Lax to switch in, nicknamed Lax. Jolteon is going to sub. Smart play from Vil, considering that he has it, wanting to scout what type of Mens it is, what it wants to lock itself into, if it's a CB or if it's more mixed, if it's defensive. Although the defensive Mens has not been that much of a lead as of late. So Ojama forgets what gen he's playing. Oh no, never mind. That was on the Jolteon. Okay, I'm stupid. So EQ comes out. Gengar's behind us up, so Ojama's got to get out of there. Vil's gonna go for Hypnosis, misses on Kun. Hits the following one though, so it's not that big of a deal. Kun might have Rest Talk. Not as common though, since the Rest Talk changes in ADV, but if there's a mon that's fairly likely to have Sleep Talk as an attack, it's probably going to be Kun. So that could be alright for Ojama, that could be bad that the Kun's asleep. It probably won't matter that much. And now Gar's going to switch out of there because it doesn't want Lax to curse up. Lax is going to go for Fire Blast, so the probability of it having curse goes down just a tad. Not uncommon though for Curse Fire Blast Lax to be a thing, but it's going to find a Metagross. It's going to miss, which is unfortunate because Metagross would have taken decent damage from it. We'll see if that matters at all later in the game, as Metagross is just going to fire off a Meteor Mash. Kun just eats that up. That's baby food for Suicune because Suicune is really fat. And now Suicune can burn another turn of sleep. It's already burned one on Gar, and now it can burn a second one on Jolteon. The problem is, though, is that Jolteon now can get off a free substitute if it wants to. It could also fire off a T-Bolt if it just wants to play the safe route, but substitute is the better play, I think, because yeah, even a Suicune like wakes up and then it just wakes up, and then you can baton pass that to something more appropriate, like a bulky water of your own. And then if Suicune stays asleep, now you have a substitute up. Mets is also decent, even though Kun probably has Ice Beam. But yeah, now Lax is just going to go for EQ again, and now you have Mets behind a sub, and this is something super dangerous to have behind a sub, especially because it's Dragon Dance. If it's DD Brick Break, this could be bad news bears for the Lax. Yeah, if this is DD with Brick Break, this could be not good. There's Ojama Ments right here to get rid of the attack boost. There's Hidden Power Flying, so no reason to go for Brick Break for in Vil's case, I guess. And yeah, there's HP Flying. That Ments just gets... Well, it's a 3-hit KO, so it's not over yet. Especially because Ments can just switch back in. There's Rock Slide. Lax is going to take that alright. Rock Slide would have KO'd, I believe, so... Well, obviously it's not going to KO now because Lax is in, and either Mets is just going to come back in, or Lax is just going to be like, I'm just going to take this hit. And yeah, Lax can just take the hit because Lax is really fat, and yeah, that's that. But Vil knows this, so he's going to go out to Gar. Unfortunately, Gar can't really do too much in this situation. I don't know if Lax could do that much. But it can certainly do more to Gar than Gar can do to it. At least in this generation, where it doesn't have access to anything like Focus Blast, and the best it can hope for is the rare Sub Punch set. So yeah, there's Menson now, predicting Fire Blast, and eats that up. Now the Ojama Ments comes in, and Vil decides, you know what, the Lax can't do too much to me now that it's intimidated, let me just DD up. And Ojama's going to at least make the attack neutral, but now Mets is at +1 speed. And if I'm Vil right here, I'm thinking about DDing another time. Vil just decides to be more conservative and just straight up go for the attack. I guess either way it doesn't really matter because Vil would have been forced out in this situation regardless, even if he did DD again, because Ice Beam is real. Ojama getting slightly unlucky in regards to his sleep turn, but I believe he's guaranteed to wake up next turn, assuming that I've counted my sleep turns right. So Ojama's just gonna switch out of there, so Gengar can't put anything else to sleep, and Jolteon can't set up. Well, it sets up a baton pass right here, but Jolteon is whittling itself down because now it's another sub, and now it's at 57%, essentially from throwing up its own subs. And there's Gar. I don't know why you don't switch Ments in there. I mean, I don't get it, dude, but it's whatever. So, ooh, it is Focus Punch Gar. Ooh, that's nice. Alright, so it is Focus Punch Gar. Alright, so Hypnosis, Focus Punch, and then T-Bolt Ice Beam. So Lax is gonna get chunked for quite a bit, 42%. It's Fire Blast, Body Slam, so it's probably some sort of utility Lax with EQ. We've also seen EQ, that's right, and it's like Self-Destruct as the final move. So Vil's gonna reveal a Coon of his own as the Lax response in the situation. Unfortunately, Body Slam pairs, which is unfortunate. And Vil looks to have a bit of a problem dealing with Lax. He has Gar. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Substitute, so he's reliant on the Jolteon to throw up that sub for Gar. Which, I mean, Sub Punch Gar is cool, but if you're going to run Focus Punch Gar without sub, I think that set is really bad. Especially when you can run Will-O-Wisp in that move slot, or Explosion, or Giga Drain, even though that doesn't really deal with Lax, but that's just more better overall. So yeah, Vil kind of struggles in regards to dealing with this Lax. I think what Vil's trying to do is bait out Fire Blasts so that Gengar can beat Lax 1v1. So now he's gonna go for Focus Punch, predicting predicting Ojama probably to like EQ or something, or Body Slam. But Ojama decides to switch out instead and goes to Metagross. That's another mon that doesn't appreciate a Will-O-Wisp. And it takes Focus Punch alright. 22%'s not the thing that it wants the most, but it can live with 22%. And there's Psychic, there's Spadef drop from Coon, so Ojama predicts the switch out because of that. Predicting the switch out probably to Vil's own Metagross, goes for HP Fire. Fortunately, he doesn't get it. Vil decides to sack Coon in this situation, not wanting to eat that HP Fire. And there's no lefties on the Metagross, which is kind of weird. I don't really know why you would run special Metagross without lefties. Or mixed, you know what I mean. But, yeah, because of Ojama's own prediction, Metagross got clocked from Coon, and now Jolteon can revenge kill. And depending on how things go down, Jolteon could be in a good spot. Ojama's going to go reveal Tara, though, as one of his last. So now Jolteon can't heal back through lefties, and we know that it's not Wish Jolteon, so Jolteon, Sub Jolteon's cool and everything, but I'm not a fan of it compared to Wish Jolteon or Roar Jolteon or any of the other sets, because especially, like, considering how common T-Tar is, like, you're just chunking your own health. Ooh, there's a Dougie for the last for Vil. Gets Dougie in on Crunch, and there's a dead Tar. So Lax isn't that much of an issue if he has Dougie, especially if that's Adamant Band. The thing is, though, is that Mets can come in if there was something like an Aerodactyl or a Zapdos could come in. I mixed up Zapdos and Jolteon and tried to say them as one word. But yeah, Mets is going to be the answer that comes in. I believe we saw this was lefties earlier. Yeah, there's lefties. And there's Dragon Claw, so it's mixed Ments. This means that Fire Blast might be able to take out Metagross from here. And after lefties, it's a little more questionable, but Mixed Men's been pretty popular this SPL, and Ojama bringing it in this situation, Vil bringing a more traditional Dragon Dancer. Um, It'd be interesting to see if he's like sub DD or something weird, although I highly doubt it. He's probably just relying on Jolteon to pass substitutes to everything. Which, like I said, I mean, it's a decent strategy. Probably works pretty well versus newer players. I swear, I just. Hold on, bro, I gotta pause. Alright, I thought I heard someone in here that wasn't supposed to be in here, but it was just my plumbing, so. Apologies, but it's whatever. So, Gar gonna Ice Punch. Ojama's last is revealed to be a Jirachi. So, we'll see what type of Jirachi it is. I guess we won't because there's Metagross, and now Ments is gonna come in. Probably predicting that. So, we know it's not Fire Punch at the very least. Or Fizz Def with Fire Punch. It could be offensive with Fire Punch, but that's not gonna KO Metagross. Low burn would be pretty cool if you're an Ojama fan. So yeah, there's Fire Blast. Metagross got to get out of there. Gar's going to be the thing that comes in, but Gar's going to get chunked for 70. And obviously Tar got Sand Up, so now Gar can't heal passive through lefties anymore. So yeah, Gar's not looking too hot, and I don't think there's a reason for Jirachi to not come in. I guess Metagross is going to be the thing that does come in, so maybe there is a reason that I just don't know about. But yeah, Metagross is going to be the answer. Probably just doesn't want to risk Jirachi getting like frozen or something. And yeah, Ojama, because he has Lax out there on Jolteon, it's like he doesn't need to sack his Metagross, so he just decides to pull out the Lax. Unfortunate para, especially because I'm starting to doubt, or I kind of doubt that Lax has rest. It might have rest, but I kind of doubt it. I think his set is Fire Blast, Body Slam, Earthquake, and Self-Destruct. So that thingamabob, that pair is unfortunate, but Lax is already slow, so as long as he doesn't get any full pairs, it probably won't make a difference. Let's see if he booms right here, if he EQs. No, he's gonna switch. Who's he switching to? He's switching to his Metagross on the Vil Metagross. That's an interesting thing. That's right, he's the Mixed Gross right here with no lefties for some reason. And Vil's gonna go to Ments to try and set up on Lax because, or at least force Lax to like boom or something and then give his other shit some leeway, even though you probably want to double back to like Gar or something. Actually, doubling back to Gar right there would have been super sick, but there's Fire Blast from Vil, which he's DD Fire Blast. Not the most uncommon set in the world, but very weird. A set that I do not really like, especially if you have Gar, Jolteon, offensive Coon. Maybe if you have like HP Fire, Gross too. Like you got stuff for Skarm, bro. Like and Fortress. Like you can run some coverage moves, and you have HP Flying Rock Slide. Like where's your Brick Break? Where's your? You're having enough problems with Snorlax, but you're running Fire Blast when you could be running Brick Break. Like that makes no sense to me. But anyways, getting back on topic, there's Coon on Jolteon. Lax is going to be the thing that comes in. There's a substitute, so after the substitute, Jolteon will be making no more substitutes. How much does Thunderbolt do? I think it does like 20 or something, so yeah, Jolteon's got to get up and out of there. Gengar's probably going to be the thing that comes in. Ments is cool too. Body Slam comes out, maybe EQ, probably Body Slam though. And there's full para, so we'll never know. So now Salamence with the sub up gets the opportunity to DD. And Lax is at -1, so it's going to have a slightly difficult time dealing with the Ments right here. Never mind, Body Slam just breaks his sub. I think we saw the situation earlier, so I don't know why I didn't think it would break sub. But I didn't, but sub has been broken. And now Ments is at +1, and there's the Ojama Ments, and once again, I think that Vil loses nothing from DDing here once again. Actually, no, that's right. He doesn't have EQ, and then Kuhn once again probably has Ice Beam. So yeah, here's Kuhn. Rip the Ojama Ments, but I don't think that Ments was going to be a big key player. And yeah, Kuhn is looking kind of dangerous right now because it's faster than everything except for Jolteon, which dies pretty soon. Gengar, actually no, it's slower than everything except for Metagross, never mind. But all the things that are faster than it are like low except for Ments, but Kuhn will tank Ments on. Ooh, this could be bad. Yeah, there's Boom, there's no more Kuhn. I guess he decided he didn't want to deal with it anyway, but now Mets could be a bit more of an issue. Unless that's Ice Punch Jirachi. Then there is no crises. It was all imaginary, but if that's not Ice Punch Jirachi, then this could be dicey. We'll see though. There's Calm Mind. So there's the first part. Actually, no, that's right. There's no EQ. I keep forgetting that there's no EQ from the Ments. The hardest thing you can hit it with is Fire Blast, and Jirachi at least appears to be faster after one turn, so it doesn't even need Ice Punch. And yeah, eventually you figure that those Fire Blasts are going to miss. And yeah, there's Vil going for the DD. Makes him faster, but I don't know what else it's going to do. Rock Slide flinches. Vil's really about it. And there it is. Vil's really about that life, dude. He's about that Rock Slide flinch life. Yeah, if he gets a few more to get him to like 20 or something. Now Vil just decides to go for HP Flying, get some damage, and then there's Thunderbolt. Doesn't even do half, but there's a Para. Wow, this game has been like really kind of hacksy. Some oddish plays, no pun intended. Here's a sub, trying to fish for Fire Blast miss or Para. There's the Para that Ojama was hoping for. And at +2 and behind a sub, I think Jirachi is licking his chops right now. Like, there's Psychic, there's no more Ments, and did he go for Thunderbolt specifically to get the full Para, even though that's quite the play, dude. That is quite the play when Psychic 2-hit KOs and Gar probably can't do anything. Actually, no, Gar can go for Hypnosis, but I mean, like, Lax is paralyzed. Yeah. Actually, I think he did need to go for that play because Metagross is low for Ojama. And the Lax from Ojama can't really hurt the Vilgar. So, yeah, maybe he needed to go for that play so that Gar wouldn't be able to do that much. Then again, it's a +2 Jirachi, so outside of Explosion, which we know that the Gar doesn't have. Well, Hypnosis, that's right. If he gets some lucky Hypnosis turns, then Vil would have been in a good spot. But like I said, this was all hypothetical situations. None of that went down, and Ojama was able to win. So, Sub-CM Jirachi, not as notorious in this. Well, it's notorious in this gen, but compared to DPP and Black White, especially DPP, it's a lot more notorious in those gens. Mainly because Jirachi is more common in those gens, but Jirachi very notorious in this gen, and Sub-CM very notorious set. And with the full display right there, and Vil showed us why it's good to have a Snorlax count. Especially, this isn't even like a Curse Lax, this was just the utility Lax, and Vil kind of struggled with it. He also showed us why I think these Jolteon Baton Pass teams, or Sub Pass in general, is not a very good strategy in ADV. So, even though I don't think it was the best game, still learned a lot from it. And yeah, both these guys are still good though. I'm not trying to disrespect Vil or anything. That's like, he's super good. But yeah, hope you all enjoy. Playoffs are coming up next for real this time, and later.